Hello, everyone. Just sitting here, kind of meditating, thinking to myself a little bit, I guess, and thought I would jump on and see what Spirit would like to bring forward. So I'm going to open this space and light. Let all fear-based energies be cleared from this field. And we are now open and ready to receive. Let's see what Spirit brings forward. Okay, well, that explains. Let's see. Get this. It's a little bit of a bigger deck. Okay. And the messages. All right, now we've got it. Think. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We have unwanted energy. What seems like an opportunity may come with unseen strings attached. Before you commit to anything, look deeper. Are you stepping into alignment or unknowingly inviting in energy that may overwhelm you? This definitely has to do with our foundations, maybe our finances as well. So I also have here the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Five of Wands and Judgment. So we have Judgment, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles here under unwanted energy. I don't know if you guys can see those. I know the lights are kind of dim. I was just sitting out here with the fire and decided to jump on. I feel like there's a lot. I mean, obviously we have here some competition, this is more like, judgment. It's a judgment call, and it's causing some arguments and some disagreements here over this Ten of Pentacles. So we're looking at wealth, we're looking at foundations, we're looking at things we've, worked for to bring in that legacy. It would be things that we worked for a very long time. You don't get here quick. And it's like someone feeling entitled to whatever this is. This could be, business. Things that you would typically reserve for your family, in support of future generations. It's kind of giving that, fighting over the inheritance type of energy. But Spirit, with this unwanted energy, is really showing that we have a choice here, that we can be involved in the disputes and the arguments over what happens with this legacy, with this Ten of Pentacles, or we can actually rise above it. It's like there's this choice. It could be an offer that comes in that promises, you know, golden opportunities. It promises legacy type of energy, you know, wealth, fame, recognition, and spirit saying, really, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it just for the money? Or is it because it's something that was put within you as a gift, right? Because this could be the manifestation of your gifts, right? Your skills, your talents, those things that you've mastered and worked for a very long time. And it can also be a call to discern in those that we bring around us, right? Those that we allow close, because this Five of Wands is close to this Ten of Pentacles, and yet there's judgment. So it is asking us to kind of like, you know, I don't want to say call judgment on others, but to call them into our reflections. What energy are they holding? Are they, you know, holding an energy that is distracting and disrupting? Is it aggressive? Is it, you know, competitive, right? Because I feel like it's not for the competition, right? Whatever you hold, whatever the legacy is, it is priceless. It's almost like, yeah, I feel like it's kind of like spirit just coming in and saying, watch the people. Not everyone can be so close to wealth, right? Not everyone knows how to handle the responsibility, the accountability, the work, the, you know, the appreciation for that. I'm hearing not everyone knows how to handle your light either, right? You may find yourself wanting to allow others to benefit, right, in some way. You know, that brings in like generosity. You may be a giver. You may be very generous with your time, with your energy, with your effort, just out of a desire to help others. But it's like these others are just not getting it, right? Like they're not even fighting you at this point. They're fighting themselves. And there's a reason why Spirit is saying, you know, it's time to rise out of this kind of chaos, this toxicity, this competitive environment, because it can be very draining, right? It kind of burns up your energy, is what I'm feeling. Let's see what else we get here. We got another card. Or you know what? I have okay, well, on the bottom of the deck here after I shuffle is the moon, right? So this may be hidden arguments and disagreements. These may be arguments, disagreements, secret competition that you're not even aware of, that Spirit is calling judgment on. It is something that possibly you do not see, that may even come to light about that. Though I tend to feel like you may feel the pull on your energy, right? It may come through as exhaustion. It may come through as like an irritability too, right? And you don't really know exactly where it's coming from, or, you know, you can't really explain the change in what you're feeling. I feel like, you know, we're becoming more sensitive here to the energies. And even though it's not something that is in your face, even though it is something that is hidden or intended to remain hidden, your sensitivity is picking up on this, even if you don't know exactly where from. And that's that call to take a higher perspective, you know, to maybe come out of the trenches. Yeah, to follow your intuition. Yeah, I feel like there is that inner knowing. I'll do this way. I feel like there is that inner knowing. You probably do sense it. You may even, you know, I get the sense that you could ask even, right? Any of these 5 wands, and they would all deny it, right? It's almost like I feel I could never admit this. It's, yeah, it's a feeling of they could never admit it. They could never, it's almost like they know if they came close even, that you would know. You may even have withdrawn your energy to discern what was going on behind the scenes. Yeah, it's taking a voluntary pause. It's going within. It's reflecting. And I feel like Spirit's coming through and confirming that, yeah, you're determining that this is an unwanted energy. And a lot of times we will do that. You know, we don't just go into a room and clear the room. There are some possibly who are meant to stay. So it's using your discernment and how to deal with these arguments, with this competition, with this fiery energy. It's just can be disputes, you know. Yeah. There is potential for healing. I do have the star at the bottom of the deck, but it is on top. Yeah, this is bringing a real transformation. This is, honestly, it feels like tower kind of energy. It may be realizing even that some of those who are in this toxic energy here, that it's, you know, it's competitive, and we've all been there. But this is disagreements, disputes, arguments, competition over what you have worked very hard for, and not just externally, but obviously internally. But at the same time, it may be people who have been around you that you became comfortable with, right? That you felt you had some sort of bond or common ground with. And Spirit is calling this, you know, calling you within and calling in this discernment to show you that they have higher ground for you, right? We have death here and rebirth, sorrow, and rejuvenation. healing. I mean, it's not the exact cards I would want to see together. Because this could really be fighting over, inheritances, wills after someone has passed. Those sorts of family disputes that happen amongst the greedy. It's like the one thing that I noticed was the wolf. And I mean, on this card, there's only one wolf. But when I first saw it, I felt like I saw a pack of wolves. And it really helped explain, the Five of Wands there for me. And this is rejuvenation, healing, really. This is... That star above her head almost looks like the sun. Yeah, someone has really lost hope and has been in despair. It may... I feel like it's really a call to rise above. If it is you or whoever this is for has lost someone close to them, my heart is really going out to you. But it's like Spirit saying this battle's not yours, right? They're really, I feel like they're calling judgment on whatever this Five of Wands and this Ten of Pentacles is. If you've been grieving, if you've been in this place of having to release sorrow, then it may be why they could never come forward and say, really, you don't go to someone in this energy and start fighting over things, right? Because I really feel like this is a very deep sense of loss that one is having to heal from. And whatever this loss is has really driven you inside, really to look for guidance, possibly even reaching out spiritually beyond the veil, hoping for a connection. With that loved one. Yeah. This is like, it just gives me the feel of family arguments, family drama. It may not even be drama. It's just people who feel entitled to what you have, what you've worked for during a time when you may be healing from loss and sorrow and grief yourself. But this star here is really Spirit coming in and, giving you that message of hope, right? That peace will be restored on your behalf. Because I feel like this is Spirit calling judgment on your behalf, and bringing in that peace and that harmony for you so that you can heal from whatever this loss was. And they're wanting you to know that your legacy is safe. It is protected from whatever these disputes are that are going on in the background. Yeah, I have the Empress here, and there is your competition, your Five of Swords. This is your creation. And I have absolutely no right to it. Spirit stepping in and making sure. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, yeah. This is being, oh my God, yeah. This is being restored. They're going to reap what they've been sowing. I don't know what kind of discord, disharmony, disputes, accusations, whatever it is. The energy that you give is the energy that you receive. And I believe there will be healing here. I think that you're probably really feeling the heat of the disputes down here. But Spirit's coming in with the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune here. So they're going to be bringing clarity and truth to this in divine timing. This is your destiny. It's untouchable. It is untouchable. No doubt. Yeah. Limitless universe. The universe is boundless and abundant. Open your heart to receive without limits, walking in the truth that your dreams do not take away from others. What is meant for you will never pass you by. Never pass you by. And I'm hearing for every stick, for every stone thrown, your legacy increases. They're wasting time, precious time, their time. What you would have shared freely, they can't touch. They can't touch it. Now you see it. Now you know it. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. They have blocked hearts. Whoever this is that's fighting, their hearts are blocked, and it's causing a money block. They couldn't get it if they tried. They can't. Their energy will not allow for it. This is your divine birthright. Whatever it is you have built, whatever it is you have poured your time and your effort and your substance and your energy into, it is locked, safe, secure. This is what's being dealt with down here. Those that have had blocked hearts, it's like they could have been open to receive from you, right? I get this energy like they could have been part of this. They could have been recipients of your generosity in the past, and you pulled your energy back to work on yourself in whatever way. Oh my God. And now they've shown their colors. Like now you see their true colors. Whereas if they had just had open hearts, if they had really seen you for who you were, you would have given generously. You may have planned on giving generously to these people. You may have been giving generously to these people. But there were hidden motives. There were a lot of hidden motives. And Spirit is saying, this is yours. This is your divine birthright. This isn't just something that's given to you because someone's, passed on a will type of thing. It is something you have earned. Not just in this lifetime, but previous lifetimes. Yeah. You're going through a timeline shift. They're bringing you to, you're being elevated. You're being called out of whatever that energy is. The ones that would lie and cheat and steal and manipulate and betray and argue and cause distractions. That's going bye-bye. That's gone, I hear. Yeah. It's going to bring inner peace and a harmonious home. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Keep following your intuition. Keep following that voice within you. I feel like you already know what's going on, right? Maybe this is just for confirmation. Maybe someone has been asking Spirit for confirmation of what they really felt within. It may even be, if it's not someone who's lost a loved one, it may be that this divine judgment has already come through, is restoring you, restoring your legacy, and these people are actually losing everything. It's like a second wind that I feel coming through, where some may have laid claim to something that wasn't theirs, and now they're losing everything. It's almost like the disharmony, the disrespect, the blatant lies, the cheating, the stealing, the manipulation. It was too much. And Spirit called judgment. And you're up here following, I know this isn't the North Star, but I feel like following your North Star, your North Node. Going within, really tuning in and tapping into your intuition and bringing in self-reflection, maybe asking yourself why this has showed up for you. And whatever clearing you have done within yourself activated their karma here. It's really reaping what you sow, and it's bringing restoration, healing, clarity, truth, happy days, divine timing. It's bringing in your destiny to be separated from and rising above those that would see you fail, or those that would siphon everything that you've worked for. Yeah. Yeah. So it could definitely be some of that also. Got a couple little messages here that I've been collecting from Spirit, and see if any of them want to come out or come through with this. Oops. Okay. We've got blue. We've got crown chakra energy. Could be throat chakra. Of course, it's on the floor. Oh, wow. It says, you may have even asked Spirit here, like I said, is this really going on? You know, like you feel it. Because this little card says, the spirits are with you. Yes, we see and support you. A whole tribe of spirits and guides are working on your behalf. Feel free to move, travel, speak, feel. All you need to do is flow now. Whatever this is, whatever this toxic energy was for you, I feel your ancestors, your spirit guides have cleared the battleground here. And they're telling you that there's no need to withdraw so tightly, right? Because this is a lot of major withdrawal energy. I mean, you have the Hanged Man, you have the Moon, the High Priestess, right? I mean, this is voluntarily taking a pause, a time out. It's voluntarily turning yourself upside down to look at things in a different way and really going in to the unseen, right? Really checking, yourself, kind of weeding through and shining the inner light on the illusion and using your intuition, following the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities, listening for spirit. You may even be very sensitive to energy. Actually, I'm getting like in my third eye, almost like a pressure, like almost like for a second I felt like I could hear my heart in my ears, like, and this pressure came into my third eye area. Your intuition is being expanded here. It's bringing in more sensitivity, sight, sound, like all of a sudden now the light, and I mean, look at this. There's not a whole lot of light in here, but it's all of a sudden feeling bright, right? Like really bright. So your sensitivities may be very heightened. I don't feel like this is anything that's going to go away. I feel like it's going to be harmonized, right? That you're being attuned. It's almost like, fine tuning the frequency, the resonance. You may find yourself wanting to declutter. You may find yourself, maybe even wanting to move. They're saying you feel free to travel, feel free to move. I hear to express yourself, speak, and to feel, right? So you may be finding yourself longing for a more organic dwelling, right? A space where you can go without the interference, without the distortion of things like technology, or having a space where you're not surrounded by so many things, right? Where it's just clean, it's open, it's fresh, it's airy, it's calm, it's soothing. You may even be bringing in more of those calming and soothing practices as your intuition heightens, and finding yourself dealing less and less because you're so sensitive to this. That may be part of like, oh, I gotta withdraw, right? You pull yourself back from that energy. It's just too, like I almost feel like like I'm not even going there. Like, it's almost like a divine disgust, if I can say that. I mean, not that there's, in more of a wise way, because this is not someone who's talking about it. This isn't someone who's going out there and saying, hey, this is everything I see going on behind the scenes, and, you know, speaking your mind on these things. Even if others are speaking their mind about you, what you give, what you receive, what they think it's worth, how hard, you know what I mean, they think you work, whatever it is, it's like, I don't even have time. I feel such a sensitivity to this that it's like, no, no, not happening, not today. Yeah, not today. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know what else I have in my little bag here. I don't think I have much. Let's see if they have another little message in my porch side goodie bag. Let's see. One final message. What would Spirit like to say to close this message? Really want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for your support, for your likes, your subscribes, for the messages. Truly appreciate you. It says, when I lean on faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Yeah, this is letting go of the battle and drawing on that peace from within, no doubt. It's like you only need to be involved in something like that once, and then you know. And it says, when I'm in alignment with love, with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Yeah, they're not. The peace that you're drawing on, this inner peace, you're not letting this disrupt you, not letting it shake your foundations, whatever intentions were there. And let's see if I've got another. Yeah. Oh, this reminds me of the sun. Says, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Yeah, it might have been something that you found yourself dipping into, getting, kind of getting into a little bit, but you really drew back from it and found that place within. This may be confirmation for you, because someone that has gone into this degree, right? They know. They may have just not said anything. Maybe, I feel like, not knowing who to kind of bounce things off of, maybe not having anyone to bounce off things off of, or feel like you have no one. Spirits letting you know, you're not alone. They see you, right? It says, yes, the spirits are with you, and yes, we see you, support you. A whole tribe of spirits and guides are working on your behalf. And so, even though you may not hear, feel, see them to the degree that you're seeking, it's like they've been busy behind the scenes, right? They've been busy clearing energies. Yeah. That's a positive message. It's a really good message. Spirit's really coming through for you, whoever this is, to help bring you some of that inner clarity and guidance. You know, you may have really not, you may have felt like you didn't even really care, but just wishing that it would be cleared up. It's like someone who's working on legacies doesn't have time for this, right? You've got better things to do. And if this is someone who has lost someone else, that healing you first is the most important thing, always. And don't forget, it is your divine birthright. So it is gifted to you by Spirit, and Spirit is making sure that it is protected. So keep your head up, keep up with your practices, and know that it's okay to come out. It's okay to be seen and heard, to travel, to feel safe, right? That this is, the battlefield has been cleared. I hear they've rounded them up. They're all tied up in their own, you know, giving and receiving. So I love you all. Just going to return your light to you, pure and whole, as I receive my light back, pure and whole, so that only love remains. Peace.